I met Eric last cross country season at Earth Lake. It's where like it was like when like all the schools like went and raced each other at the Burke Lake. I knew he was a friend of Thomas, so I was like, "Yo, what's up?" And I could see his friend Enrique was there too. He was like, "What's up?" And then later I saw him race in the varsity race, and I was like, "Hey, what up?" I was like, "Keep running." And that's how I met Enrique. Not Enrique.
I met Eric on the first day of school in R5P. I remember our friend Modern presented us, and to be very specific, I remember I was at the top of the bleachers, and then Eric just came up and Modern presented to me. But then after that, we didn't really talk too much until like I added him on Facebook and stuff like that. So I think that we met each other basically with time.
I met Eric 6th grade. It was middle school. I just moved to Holmes, and I remember we had TA together. So I remember I just got in. I didn't know a lot of people then, but I remember there was this Chinese kid there, and his name was Eric. And I don't know why, but we just had the funnest time making fun of him. So I teased him, I made fun of him, and every time I went to TA, that's just how it would always go. I'd be there, I'd make fun of him. I just try to make his life like miserable. But either way, we still had fun no matter what. So that's basically how I met Eric.
My best memory with Eric was when we went to Taylor's in the Mosaic District and we got sandwiches. So once we got sandwiches, we sat next to each other, me, Thomas, Eric, and Enrique. We all sat in a row so we could just watch the golf game. And when we were eating, I was sitting next to Eric and he's eating a sandwich. And the sandwich it looked pretty good, and I should have got that sandwich. And the best experience was like watching that girl eat just spaghetti. It was pretty creepy, but yeah, it was funny.
One of the multiple memories I remember that I have with Eric is probably when him and I went to that Asian wedding. I think it was his uncle getting married, and I convinced Eric that it would be a good idea that before we left, he would dance in the dance floor with a bunch of Asian people. And he actually did. He was stupid enough to believe me that it would be a good idea. And that was probably one of the funniest parts of the wedding. I just enjoyed it a lot, making him do something that he wouldn't normally do.
Alright, I can't really remember the best memory I can think of about Eric because there's just so many, but the ones that come to mind would probably be whenever he takes me to KBS. And we always have a great time going to KBS, even though it makes no sense. Like after Mr. Choi was like after like the sermon or whatever he gives, the presentation, we always have fun just talking, eating the food. And we've had a lot of really, really fun times after KBS. Like I remember when we played Black Magic, and it was so annoying. And when I played that game that Enrique just could never figure out, so stupid. And I remember like the latest time we went to KBS, or like second latest. I remember I think it was Miss Han who was teaching it, and there was this one question that just cracked the both of us up. It was like one of the last questions. It was like, when has God been in your life, and how has He helped you like go through everything? And the moment we read it, we literally just started cracking up because going like, this is total bull. He's never been there, and I probably shouldn't be saying this on the camera for some people, but hey, it's who I am, and that's one of my most memorable memories of Eric right now.
What do I like the most about Eric? I like that Eric always keeps it 100. Hashtag 100.
What I like most about Eric, he's probably one of the only bros in which I can act homosexual with without being scared of being judged. And you know that he's one of the ones I can be ratchet with, and we just get along so well, and like I really like that about him.
Alright, this is pretty easy. I know what I like the most about Eric. It's the fact that no matter what he always goes through, he will always be Eric. And what I mean by that is it's his personality that no matter what seems like the better choice or what most people would do, Eric will always be Eric. He'll always do what he does best, most of the time at least. And the fact that he sticks with it and he doesn't change, usually.
What do I hate about Eric? I don't really hate anything about him right now, you know? I feel like I haven't gotten to know him yet to hate things about him.
God, where do I start? I mean, you know, there's not a lot to hate about Eric, but the fact that he's very moody, sort of like a girl who's on her period, but he gets mad really easily at me, actually. Only me. That's something I really hate about him.
Alright, bro, there's a lot of things that I don't like about you, but the one that comes to mind right now is definitely the fact that you have expectations, which isn't a bad thing, but sometimes you expect things from people that just isn't gonna be there. And that tends to piss people off sometimes, me including. So just keep that in mind next time.